In today's video, I'm going to be back in realistic car driving with the Mitsubishi Evo 8, and we're going to be taking this thing on the track for a challenge. Now, if you're new to the channel and don't know the rules, pretty much we can crash this thing and we can spin it out. Sounds pretty simple, but we'll just have to see how it goes, and I'm going to be taking you guys with me in this thing. So let's launch this thing in 3, 2, 1, blast off. Amazing launch there and amazing acceleration. I don't have any doubt in this thing giving me like a hard time to handle and stuff like that, because this car is pretty much good for handling. Like most Mitsubishi cars are like meant for handling in my opinion, so I'm not very nervous or afraid of this thing because I know this thing is gonna handle well based on my previous experience of driving this thing. This thing is like a rally car. Most of Mitsubishi cars, in my opinion, I think they're like most of rally cars, or maybe that's how I learned about Mitsubishi, because most of the times I see Mitsubishi they was like in rally or had a rally setup. I did see some street setup, but it's mostly rally, so I know that these things are good at handling, so I don't have any doubt in this thing being able to complete the challenge in one piece. But anything can happen. Does it make it to the end? Actually no, but I feel like I should be able to make it to the end in one piece. Let me know if you guys think I'm going to be able to do it in the comments. I hope you guys have faith in me, because I do have faith in this thing, so I hope everyone has faith in this thing, because I don't want this thing to fail the challenge. But I'm going to try my best to drive it. So far it's doing pretty good taking the turns. I don't see any problems with it taking turns. It's taking them pretty well, which is what I like to see. Once we see that early on, it means it's good at handling. Like if I had to rate this thing, I'd probably say this thing is about 9 out of handling. I haven't seen anything to like make me think it's not gonna handle well. So far this thing is doing pretty well, and we've passed a few turns. They're not really the major turns, but we passed a few major turns. So far this thing is doing pretty well. I like what I'm seeing so far, and it has good acceleration. It's not crazy fast like supercar speed and acceleration and stuff like that, but it's pretty good for this kind of car. I would call this thing like a normal car that you would see on the road. Maybe not that often, but it's not really super rare exotic car. So for a car like this, the speed is very good. It's above average for a car like this. If you had to class this car, I'd say in its class it's very good. We're not going to try to compare it to cars out of its class, and I don't even know what the class of this thing is. We're just going to class it as a normal car. They're stopping out at 2. Okay, never mind, that wasn't the top speed. I thought it was the top speed. Like the way it's just able to coast through some of these turns is amazing. Like I have so much faith in this thing. Like it handles so well. It on the Evo X, they handle very well, but this thing I feel like it's a more I would say it's more calm. The Evo X, when it turned, it was very snap. Like if you hold on the key too long to turn, it will just snap in the direction that you're trying to turn. This thing, it's more calm. It's not that aggressive, I would say, based on what I'm seeing. Like it doesn't snap when you're turning it. The Evo X, if you hold it too long, it pretty much just snaps in the direction rapidly, which was not good, but we were able to control it and made it through the challenge successfully. If you haven't seen that video, I recommend you check it out. It was my previous video. Kind of did these back to back. I think it only made sense to do them like that. But this thing is doing pretty well. I love what I'm seeing so far, and I haven't heard any tire screeching or seen any oversteer, understeer, so that just shows me that this thing is like meant for track use. But I mean, it can be used for other stuff and all of that, but this thing is definitely good on the track. It takes the turns so well, and it's able to just put down the power so well at the same time. Just amazing. This is definitely one of the best handling cars in the game. It's not the fastest, but in terms of handling, it's definitely one of the best. And I think currently with the maps in the game, I think it's better to have handling than speed, depending on which map or part of the map you're on. Because like if you're trying to race another person, I think handling is going to play a little more factor in terms of speed. If you're like on a straightaway now, then you probably need a faster car. But in terms of handling, like on the track, you might be able to keep up with most cars or most players, depending on how good they're at driving. But this thing is definitely very nice for the track. It just handles so well. Like this car, I'd say it's beginner friendly. Like if you're not used to the track and stuff like that, you can kind of take this car on the track, or the Mitsubishi the Evo X on the track, just to get a feel of the track, because this thing is very smooth when it comes on taking turn. Like if you're trying to do another car, maybe a more powerful car, you're gonna have a bad time. But if you're like just starting the game and you want a good handling car, I can recommend this based off what I'm seeing so far and based off what you're seeing. I mean, like if you're this far into the video and you're still watching, you can see that this thing takes the turn absolutely well. I don't see any oversteer, any understeer, any grip it going over its grip limit, anything like that. It just takes the turn what it's supposed to with perfection. Don't have anything bad to say about it so far. Like, haven't seen anything that would like make me wonder if this thing is good at handling. It's just doing everything perfectly. There's nothing more that it could ask for. It takes the turn well, it takes them easy. It doesn't give me any fight, it doesn't give me any oversteer, it doesn't try to understeer me into the rail. It just takes the turn so well. I don't even hear the tires screech when I'm turning, so it just shows me that it's not going over the grip limit. It has a lot of grip, which is something that you don't really see with a lot of cars in the game. Now the other cars, they don't really handle bad, but they definitely go over their grip limit a lot, especially like the supercars and hypercars. Whenever I'm taking these things on the track, they go way over their grip limit. I hear the tires screeching to almost every turn. With this thing, just in its grip limit, it's not going over it, so that's a very good thing. Even though I'm hearing some tires screeching now, I think it's because you're going to the turns a little faster. I think if you hold the brake too hard or too long while trying to turn, the car does get wobbly. It's not a major disadvantage, just gotta be careful because the brake seems very sharp, so you gotta keep that in mind. Let's get a little third person action. Only time I do see tires screeching is when we like brake. It's because I'm pretty sure it's because we're locking up the tires, like, and the ABS is trying to do its thing. So I wouldn't recommend you braking at full force because it does lock up the tires, which could be why it was kind of wobbling through some of the turns. Like, when I tap the brakes now, I don't really hear any tires screeching. I don't see it locking up. It's trying to wobble all over the place. So don't hold the brakes like 100%. Just tap the brakes just like that, and the car is gonna be able to do what it's supposed to do very smoothly. But the minute you hold the brakes, you're gonna start hearing tires screeching and all of that stuff, just like you heard there, which is what you don't want, or we don't want any at all. We want smooth and controlled input. And this thing delivers that very well. I haven't seen anything that made me question the handling of this thing. It's just so smooth and easy to turn. Look at that, it just takes a turn like they don't even exist. And even if we do go in a bit fast, I'm pretty sure we can make it through the turn in one piece. That's how much confidence I have in this thing. Like, look at that. It's like the turns don't even exist to this thing, pretty much. We're about to get some oversteer there, but we didn't. And I think the all-wheel drive system in this definitely helps it. It definitely adds to the handling. It's just so smooth with it. Love it. And we're pretty much halfway through the track, almost at the second big turn. And I haven't seen anything, as I said, that makes me doubt the handling of this thing. Like, it's just smooth. It's one of the best handling cars in the game. This thing has to be like in the top 10 for handling. For speed, I wouldn't say that, but in handling, or in terms of handling, it's definitely in the top 10. Maybe even in the top 5. But I haven't tested every car in the game, but based off what most of the cars I've tested before, this thing is in the top 5 for handling. It's just so smooth and easy to turn. You don't really see much cars in the game that can give you that. But we're pretty much about 4 or 5 more turns away from the end, and I have no doubt that this thing is gonna fail. Like, I'm very, very confident. I could do something stupid right now, but I'm not gonna do that. But I have a lot of confidence that this thing, I can say, pretty much passed the challenge from now. There's no way I'm gonna fail on this turn, and if I do, I don't know what happened. It's trying. The car's listening to me, and it's trying to do something funny, but I'm not gonna let that happen. Oh my gosh, I tried to do something there. But just like that, the Evo 8 successfully passed the challenge with ease. It didn't give me any fight. This thing made the track look like it didn't even exist, pretty much. This thing is just smooth, the handling. It's not the fastest, but the handling, just for the handling alone, I recommend you guys buying this car if you don't have it already. Because like, this thing is one of the best handling cars in the game that I've seen so far. I don't remember the price for this thing, which I don't remember the price for half of the cars that I have in the game, but it's not that expensive. I know it's more than the Evo X, which was kind of surprising to me because I like the Evo X was a new model, so I thought this thing would be, or that would be more expensive, but it was not. This thing is like around 100k something. I'm not exactly sure, but now I'm gonna show you guys the setup real quick, and I recommend you like setting it exactly to how I have everything to get that smooth and prestige handling, like the camber, the caster, suspension. Wait a minute. I didn't even change I didn't even change this. This is pretty much stock. I'm not even gonna mess with it now because I don't even see a need to change the way it was handling. I'm not gonna mess with it. But I could have sworn I changed it. But I didn't mess with it. So that, I mean, I'm not gonna change anything now. Based on the handling that I just saw, I don't think I wanna mess with it. Because it was handling so well. I'm not gonna mess it up. The differential, I did change the differential, but I could have sworn I changed the suspension. I guess I didn't. The torque vector is pretty much start the front diff power, front diff coast, front diff preload, rear diff power, rear diff coast, rear diff preload. If I'm going too fast, you can pause it or slow it down. The steering, this is how I pretty much have it. I recommend you guys changing everything to how I have it set up, and I do have the race tires, but I could have sworn I tuned the suspension. I guess I didn't, but I'm not gonna mess with it. I don't recommend you guys messing the suspension, because like the way how this thing handles based on what I've seen there, it was perfect. I don't see any problem with oversteer, understeer, the car going over its grip limit, so I don't really recommend you messing with it. But if you want to like see if you can make it even better, I don't really see what there is to improve, but if you want to mess around, you can. But for me, maybe I will lower this thing because the back is kind of higher than the front, but I don't think I want to mess with that. I think I like the way it handled, so I'm just gonna keep it that way. But I hope you guys enjoyed, hope you found it helpful. Peace out.